I mean, Akwetia was a done deal for the NDC. Everybody knew that.
You also saw it?
I had stated it. You see, number one, the NPP went into Akwetia with a divided front.
Okay.
People didn't see that division, but the party went on into Akwetia divided. Why? You see, before the late Ernest Kumi was elected as the parliamentary candidate, as against Amasei, there was an issue.
Yes.
That was never resolved.
Yeah, I remember that.
Now, there is a by-election. Amasei is still around. She still has interest in this. And then the party, one way or the other, comes to say that there would not be a contest, but rather they have together come to a consensus to present the minor. What was his name?
It's
Asumadu. You see, that is what we have been singing all around, almost every now and then, that the party NPP is refusing to accept and admit that there are so much deep cracks in the party that they need to sit down to deal with. You understand me? And Akwetia has indeed exposed them. I mean, did you see Amasei on the grounds?
I don't think so. I didn't watch it.
I mean, so you see, there are people within the party who were not happy with what had happened. You don't go and just pick somebody and then come and tell us that it is because, one of the reasons I had people talking about is that the party was like, okay, they do not have the resources to go into this by-election, so they were falling on somebody who had the resources or somebody who had the means to be able to push it, as against a winnable candidate. And now, let's get this clear. Every constituency has its own dynamics. If you have followed the history, the electoral history of Akwetia, you would notice that from aside 1992, that Rawlings won Akwetia on the presidential side. From the time of President Kufuor, Akwetia has always been won presidentially by the NPP in many of the polling stations, majority of the polling stations. Now, when it comes to the member of parliament, it's swing. They vote on personality.
Okay.
Who is being presented, not on party basis. When it comes to presidential, they do the party thing. But when it comes to who is representing them in parliament, they deal with personalities.
Okay.
And that is why there are some polling stations yesterday, if you had the results, Ernest Yaw Sarpong, the late, performed so very well in those polling stations, but the current candidate didn't pull nothing.
Right.
And those. Why? Because the people do not think they can relate with him. The NDC, on the other hand, their candidate is not a homeboy.
Yeah.
Their candidate was not on the ground. But rather, the party as a machinery was on the ground. And they managed to present a personality that the constituents would admire.